Try not to let somebody responsibility you over your food decisions. You're at Sunday early lunch with companions. Everybody is giggling and perusing the menu. At the point when it comes time to arrange, you have a choice to make. Do you pick the locale choice, egg white omelet with veggies? Or then again go for the wanton treat, stuffed French toast with a side of bacon? Regardless your request, you realize somebody will have a remark. It very well may be a remark concerning how solid your eating regimen is. Or on the other hand, somebody may nonchalantly take note of it, no doubt about it, in case you settle on the fatty treat. These are altogether instances of food disgracing, which can appear as a praise or an analysis. Interesting, isn't that so? Yet, it happens constantly. In this way, realize what to do when it happens to you. What is food disgracing? Food disgracing or coercing happens when somebody judges or condemns what someone else eats, either purposefully or inadvertently. It can cause pressure, shame or culpability. Decisions about another person's food decisions originate from diet culture, the attitude that being slim matters regardless of anything else. Diet culture analyzes food under a magnifying lens, setting more nutritious or lower-calorie food varieties on a platform, clarifies Carolyn Finnerty, Mississippi, RDN, and making whatever else appear awful or beyond reach. Food disgracing arrives in a couple of structures, including remarks, making comments about another's food decisions. Are you going to eat all that? Or you eat like a bird? Musings, having an inward exchange concerning what another person eats. I wish I had her digestion, or I ought to presumably skirt a tidbit this evening. Conduct changes, letting others impact your food decisions. For instance, requesting a barbecued chicken bosom for lunch when you really need pizza since you figure your colleagues might pick lighter suppers. For what reason do individuals food disgrace others? Food disgracing might be founded on the possibility that specific food varieties are terrible or great. But something like this doesn't exist. Food doesn't have an ethical angle. Marking a particular kind of food makes an air of analysis, which can prompt food coercing. Everything food sources can squeeze into a sound eating regimen. Indeed, keeping away from specific food you've marked as terrible just expands the longing for that food, which can prompt gorging or indulging when you permit yourself to eat it. You've most likely known about a cheat day, when somebody permits themselves to indulge on food varieties they limit on great days. Yet, cheat days can wind up leaving you wiped out, swelled, drowsy or awkward. Permitting yourself to eat these food sources when you want them will diminish the need to indulge. Instructions to manage food disgracing at the point when somebody rings in on your food decisions. They may not intend to be terrible. However, even the most good-natured remark about your cooking can cut like a blade. Redirect the scrutinizes, and change your own perspectives, as well. Make some noise. In case somebody's remarks are disturbing, tell them. Regardless of whether it's your good-natured mother by marriage pushing a subsequent dating or a companion remarking on your end-of-the-week nibbling propensities, request that they stop, courteously yet solidly, if important. Change the subject. Not happy with what you're hearing? Change the exchange. You could discuss your cherished new tune, end-of-the-week plans or the climate. However, making a redirection can be a decent method for halting negative food talk. Clarify. Protecting your activities might assist with halting the remarks. In case the other individual questions why you've turned down those appetizers, give them a short clarification. Furthermore, on the off chance that somebody's policing your part measures, let them know you're ravenous and continue on. Spread energy. Think your companion's burrito looks great? Tell them. Furthermore, to ease the heat off somebody who might be battling with what they eat, help them to remember the significance of regarding their yearnings. Rethink your mentality. Rather than thinking specific food varieties are beyond reach, consider the possibility that all food is only food. A few food sources are more nutritious than others, yet everything food can squeeze into your eating routine. Understanding there are nothing but bad or terrible food sources can change the manner in which you check out what you eat. Account for things you love. Try not to deny yourself of food varieties you appreciate in light of the fact that diet culture has considered them awful. Removing moral decisions from food is a significant stage in making a sound connection with it. Partake in your cherished pastry or nibble with some restraint. Assuming you permit yourself these things, you will not have the desire to gorge or revel in them. All things being equal, they'll be viewed as a piece of a by and large solid eating routine. Back off of yourself. There's no such thing as an ideal eating routine, and there shouldn't be. Assuming you're discontent with the food decisions you've made, wonder why. Assuming it's because of a conviction established in diet culture, reevaluate your attitude. In case you feel actually awkward after a food decision, remind yourself it will pass and utilize it as a learning experience. Leave the present food decisions behind you and spotlight on making new ones tomorrow that will leave you feeling fulfilled and truly agreeable. What's more, assuming that you do get food disgraced, Finity reminds you not to stretch. What you eat is your choice, not another person's.